Hey everybody, it's Savannah Taylor, the Gardenista, your kitchen garden coach, and welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk to you about 4 ways to start a small kitchen garden. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, this is something that I'm very passionate about. I really love showing people who, maybe they've been on social media, you included, maybe you've been on social media and you've seen these gardening channels where they have these big elaborate spaces and they're growing plot after plot after plot of food, and you kind of wish, oh man, I wish I could do that. Well, that's what I'm here for because you can do that. And like I said, I'm going to give you 4 ways to start a small kitchen garden. You don't need a lot of space. That's the advantage of having a kitchen garden. Okay. So I'm going to start with the obvious here. Now, here is a raised planter bed that I have. Now, normally they do come a little lower. I had this specially made. I'm a tall girl. So, and it's about my arm's width. So yeah, this is something that you can do if you have a little bit of space. You can put it up against the house here. It's not even really taking up the whole side of my house. And I can grow a lot of stuff in here. I did a video previously on small gardens, and I was showing all the different things that I could grow in here. I think it's changed a little bit because I'm actually out here. I'm about to clip some lettuce for my lunch, and I just wanted to do this video really quick for you guys before I snip it. But yeah, I've got lettuce and I've got cabbage. These 2 things are actually grown from kitchen scraps. If you missed that video, I'll put a link down below. But this is just one of my romaine lettuce heads that I regrew from kitchen scraps, and as well as the cabbage here. I also started my sweet potatoes, and again, that's in the previous video. I also have these onions here and some radishes. So the radishes aren't quite ready, but I do have another one I'll show you in a little bit. I think it is ready, and I'm going to harvest that as well because my husband is really into juicing and he loves his beets. But anyway, as I go ahead and talk to you guys about the ways to start a kitchen garden, this is one way, all right? Another way is, of course, the obvious. Now, if you have a small little plot of land, okay, a little plot of yard, okay, you don't need a lot of space for that either. Now, I'm not that great at measurements, so don't judge me. But I would just say, if you have something comparable to the size of this raised planter here, if you have some yard space that's, like I said, about the same size as this, you can do a lot. Because like I said, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 different things going on in this garden bed, and I could do a lot more in this raised area too. And there's a lot more getting ready to come. These sweet potatoes are going to really sprawl, so I wanted to leave them enough room to, to do what they're going to do. And I'm really excited about that. If you want to grow sweet potatoes, I'll put a link below on the video that I'm doing on how to grow sweet potatoes. So yeah, don't let this fool you. You got to watch the video if you don't know what I'm talking about. All right. But anyway, so there's this raised planter. And of course, there's, if you have some yard space, absolutely. And then there is grow bags. Now, I've spoken extensively about grow bags because I love how grow bags, and I'll put a link down below, they're available in my Amazon store. But I love how grow bags give you control, a controlled environment over whatever you're growing. And it's fabulous if you are limited on space. Because if you get one of those big old 20-gallon grow bags that's about, like I said, it's about my arm span right here. If you get one of those, you can do a whole lot of stuff. And the last video, and I don't know if it's in the camera frame, but the last video I just did was on how to start a salsa bed, right? I did my salsa bed in a grow bag, one of those fabric grow bags. And what's so wonderful about them is that They give great drainage. They let the water, go through and distribute evenly. It offers air pruning so that the plant doesn't get root bound, whatever you're planting in there, because you don't want when your plants get root bound, they're not really able to thrive the way they should be able to thrive. So grow bags, grow bags, grow bags, honey. I love it. And to be honest with you, I am reserving my ground space for things like pumpkins this coming fall. And I think that's about it. Everything else I'm going to pretty much be doing in grow bags, even my sweet potatoes. And potatoes, this is just a little FYI. Potatoes I prefer doing them in bags, regular potatoes as well, because when it's ready to harvest them, you can just dump that bad boy out and pick your potatoes without stabbing them and bruising them and scraping them and everything. So that's just a little side tip. Grow bags. And also I'm growing some tomatoes in a grow bag, and you just stick that tomato cage right on in there and they grow up. I did a video on how to grow melons, also using a grow bag. I'm telling y'all, space is not an excuse. You absolutely can grow just about anything, not everything, but a whole lot of stuff, if you just got a little bit of space. And where there's a will, there's a way. I'm telling you. Okay, so the last thing that you can grow in a small space, to start a small garden, is a window garden. Now, if you missed that video, I will also put a link down below on how to start a window garden, because I know some of you have a balcony, but there's stuff on the balcony, or you don't really have a big balcony, you want to sit out on your balcony. Okay, no problem, fine. Some of you have a porch, but maybe the porch isn't quite, it's too small. You can't do a whole lot on the porch. Okay, that's fine too. But you got to have a window. All right. And I have these plant saucers in my Amazon store, which fit in just about any window. And you can do a whole lot in your window in these little plant saucers, including starting some of your seeds indoors. So again, I will put those links down below so that you guys can check them out. And as you can see here, I'm also clipping some onions because I want to make my husband, he wants a scrambled omelet this morning. So I'm going to get my little scallion onions here. And you know what? As I'm snipping them, oh my gosh, you guys, they smell so good. Woo, they smell so good. Oh, there's just nothing better than coming out here and snipping off fresh food to prepare in the kitchen. And eventually, yes, I am going to do one of a video where I come out here and I snip the food, I harvest it, and then I'll take you guys in the kitchen and fix up something. I did actually do that in my salad in a jar video. So if you missed that, I'll put a link down below where I actually came out. I had some other salad that I snipped and other things, and I made salad in a jar with cabbage, regrown cabbage. So, but right now, let me take you over and let's go get some, I think it's beets. Let's go check it out. Okay, so like I said, you guys, those are 4 different ways to start a small kitchen garden. Like I said, you have the raised bed, you've got the raised planter bed, you've got grow bags, you've got if you have a little bit of yard space, and you have the window garden. Okay, so but I'm over here by my, I think it's it's beets. I'm going to show you this little harvest right here. Now, this is over by my fence, and this is actually a great example of, this isn't even part of my yard. This is over by my fence, you guys. Okay, so just watch this. I'm going to flip the camera around. Okay, now this is actually my second beet harvest of the spring. They're just starting to come in, and this one, you see how it's shouldering right here. Okay, so that means it's ready. Let's pull her up here. Okay. All right. That's a pretty good size right there. Not bad. Okay, so that's a pretty good size right there. He does have some other beets in there for those of you who juice beets and you're like, what are you gonna do with that? He's got some more in there, so don't worry. But I didn't want to leave this in there too long because once they're ready, and they're gonna start coming in like gangbusters in a minute. So, but this is like I said, they're starting to come in. I just wanted to pull this up because when they're shouldering, they're ready. All right, you guys, so that's it. I have my little harvest right here. I got a beet and I got a whole lot of onions and I've got my romaine lettuce right here to make my salad. And this is why kitchen gardens matter, because you know what? Kitchen gardening is not about harvesting a whole bushel of produce every time you go out into the garden. It's about having what you need right there in your backyard or on your porch, patio, window, what have you. And it's very convenient. It's delicious. I mean, for those of you who have eaten food fresh out of your garden, there really is no comparison to the flavor in store-bought. And that's not to knock store-bought. We do need our grocery stores. But and I'll talk more extensively about the nutritional value difference between the two. In fact, I'll put a link below on that video where I talked about that. But again, you guys, this is it. And, if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. A lot of these things that I'm using, like this steel bowl here, I love these because they don't hold bacteria when I'm working out in the garden and I take it back inside. Seeds, soil, pots, whatever you need is available in my Amazon store. So be sure and check it out. And I will see you all again next time when we grow something else. All right. Bye-bye.